Hey guys, Cave Ninjas here. Today we're going to be taking a thorough analysis of Call of Duty World War II. There's been a lot of controversy surrounding World War II. Some people love it, some people hate it. So I've decided to dive into this mess with my thoughts, opinions, and facts by comparing it to the wildly successful Black Ops 3. A disclaimer for you folks out there that may get triggered. A lot of this is going to be my thoughts and opinions on Call of Duty World War II compared to Call of Duty Black Ops 3. For those of you that might get triggered, I've provided a phone number down in the description. 1-800-FACE THE FACTS. This may help you come to the reality that is Call of Duty World War II. So to start this video off, we're going to be diving deep into Black Ops 3 to see what made it great and what made it crap. So let's get this party started. First off, we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Black Ops 3's campaign. Was it good? No. Was it great? Definitely not. Was it probably the weakest of the 3 Black Ops series campaigns? I would say so, and I would say that many agree. Next, we're going to be talking about arena play. Arena play was absolutely fantastic, as also many would agree. Some of the best matches I've ever had is in arena. We're moving along quick, so try to keep up. Theater mode, a content creator's favorite tool, and just a fantastic thing overall, which Call of Duty World War II did not have. No one knows why. Alright guys, so right now we're going to be going over the weapons that came with Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Unfortunately, and here's one of the crap parts of Call of Duty Black Ops 3, there's more DLC weapons now than actual weapons that came with the game. Makes you wonder if maybe they could have put a few more weapons in the vanilla version of Call of Duty Black Ops 3. What happened to the good old days in Modern Warfare 3 where we could choose between 12 assault rifles? Yeah, that's right, 12 assault rifles, right at the beginning of the game. Alright, we're moving on to secondaries. Black Ops 3 had pretty solid secondaries. As you know, Call of Duty World War II doesn't really have any solid secondaries besides, you know, some DLC weapons you have to pay for through supply drops. And, Hotzapeller, or however the hell you say it. Alright guys, now we're getting into the perks. One thing Call of Duty World War II lacks, and we're going to be talking about that later. The perks in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 were pretty good. Some were a little bit more powerful than others, which led to crutches in most of people's builds to dominate in pub and in competitive play. Now we're going to be going over the specialists. So, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was the first developers, or Treyarch was the first developers to introduce specialists to us in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And I'd say that they were pretty unique, made the game fun, fresh, something new to Call of Duty. Now, onto the score streaks. As we all know, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 has absolutely fantastic score streaks. Some of the best score streaks in any Call of Duty to date, besides maybe Modern Warfare 2. Now, a lot of our favorites, the Wraith, you know, the Raps, GI Unit, Cerberus, all great score streaks that are really worth getting that score streak, unlike Call of Duty World War II. Now we're on to looking at some of the unique things about Call of Duty Black Ops 3. What was really neat in the character outfit builds at the beginning of the game, you kind of unlocked outfits as you unlock camos for weapons. Made it kind of fun, unlockables, something you don't see in Call of Duty World War II. Kind of unfortunate, but kind of necessary because of the setting of Call of Duty World War II. Real quick, we're just looking here at the gunsmith. Something that was awesome in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Apparently it's coming to Call of Duty World War II, but we're yet to see it. We're about 3 months in, and we still don't see it in the game. Alright guys, so now we're going to be jumping into zombies. We're going to be talking about the comparison between Call of Duty World War II zombies and Call of Duty Black Ops 3 zombies. So let's get into this, baby. Alright, first off, with the guns. In Call of Duty Black Ops 3 in the zombie mode, if you wanted to unlock attachments for your weapons, you had to actually use the weapon to kill zombies in the mode. Unlike World War II, you just unlock attachments as you level up for all weapons. Some say that takes away from the fun and using different weapons in the mode to unlock the attachments. Next, we're just going to be looking at the maps. We can't really compare Black Ops 3 to Call of Duty World War II, considering only 2 maps are out for Call of Duty World War II, and they're not all that great, to be honest with you. As you look through the maps for Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and Zombie Chronicles, you can see the colorful variation that you get in Black Ops 3. And we're going to be talking about Call of Duty World War II zombies here in a bit. The other great thing about Call of Duty Black Ops 3, they had a theater mode for zombies. Not only did they have a theater mode for multiplayer, but also for zombies. Yet for some reason, Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer can't even put theater mode in any of their games. Next, we're going to be looking at these great features that Call of Duty Black Ops 3 had. 3 little fun mini-games. You had nightmares, a zombie campaign. Now, come on, folks. This thing was fun. I don't know if you guys ever played the zombie campaign Nightmares, but it was pretty darn fun, guys. It was basically the normal campaign, but just a bunch of zombies running around, and kind of a wanky story. But overall, it was an awesome addition. I mean, hey, it's free content, yo. Next, we got Free Run. Free Run was kind of a weird deal, but it was pretty fun. To be honest with you, it did help me a lot with the movement in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, considering it was vastly different from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Here's a little gameplay of me running on the hardest course in Free Run. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed doing it a lot whenever the game very first came out, trying to get the fastest time trial, trying to beat my friends, even though they probably weren't competing against me, but I was competing against them, and they didn't know it. But yeah, Free Run was a pretty fun deal. Kind of shows how much the developers really cared about the game. Next, we're going to be looking at Dead Ops Arcade 2. Now, guys, don't tell me you don't like Dead Ops Arcade 2, okay? This mode was so fun and just an awesome add-on to the game. Something that Call of Duty World War II really lacks. Basically, just fun little features that aren't included with the game. I remember in Black Ops 1, whenever you had to, like, pull your arms out of your chair, right, and go over to the computer, type in a little special code, and you unlock Dead Ops Arcade. It was so fun, guys. It was so cool. It was like a little Easter egg, this awesome little arcade mode. And they brought it back for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It really shows how great the development team is and how much they really care about their fans. Something that maybe a lot of people don't play, but me personally, I absolutely love Dead Ops Arcade 2. So, you know, I really enjoy it. Maybe some people won't, but, you know, again, it's just added content that isn't in Call of Duty World War II. No added content, man. So now we're going to be looking at the map. Now, look how beautiful this map is. Whether you hate or love Revelations, doesn't matter. The map itself is absolutely beautiful. The detail, the creativity, the color, everything about it is absolutely amazing. It is massive. It is just a masterpiece from Treyarch. I mean, it truly is a masterpiece. Whether you love it or hate it, doesn't matter to me. You have to admit this looks absolutely stunning. Now, granted, Call of Duty World War II Zombies has kind of a darker tone and more of a realistic tone, but we're going to be talking about that later. Now we're just going through the vanilla maps that came out with Black Ops 3. Guys, there's not very many maps that are bad. To be honest with you, I really don't like Exodus, Havoc, and Aquarium. Those are probably my 3 least favorite maps from the vanilla version of the game. But guys, we had some great maps in this game. And notice how it came with 12 maps. 12 maps! While Call of Duty World War II came with only 9. Now we're just going through some of the DLC maps. Once again, we can't compare this with Call of Duty World War II quite yet, but we can compare that it came with 4 multiplayer maps in each DLC pack. Now granted, Call of Duty World War II came with a new war mode, but to be completely frank, war mode kind of sucks. That's just my opinion. I have multiple friends that really enjoy war mode, and, you know, more power to them. But it's just something that Call of Duty, they just don't got it, they don't have it down right. It's just not a good deal. So, here we go, guys. We're jumping into Call of Duty World War II. And boy, do I got to say a lot about this game, let me tell you. So first off, I want to make something clear. I have a friend that I honestly think believes that I do not like this game because I am not good at it. And that is just not true. I have not played Call of Duty World War II in about a month. The very first 2 games I played, I got over a 3 KD in both games. I am good at Call of Duty World War II, but it is a lackluster game, and I'm going to be explaining why, very specifically, in this section of the video. If you've made it this far, I thank you. And, basically, we're going to be going over quite a few things that makes World War II lackluster. Now, before you hate on me, before you dislike the video, and before you think that I'm just completely wrong, before you get triggered, before you have to call the number down in the description, I just need you to hear me out. Just hear me out this once, okay? I just need someone to hear me out one time for why Call of Duty World War II is just not that great of a game. Now again, folks, this is my opinions, thoughts, but also facts, because some of these things are undeniable that I'm about to say, but other things are definitely opinions, and some of them are just thoughts I have about the game overall in general. I started off this gameplay here, second game in, on USS Texas, one of my least favorite maps in Call of Duty history, mostly because we've had 2 other boat maps in Call of Duty history, and, you know, it's just not that great of a map. It's okay, but it's not great, and you're going to see a trend with that in the Call of Duty World War II multiplayer maps, let me tell you. But at the beginning of this gameplay, right off rip, I go on a 13 kill streak with this FG-42. Let me tell you, folks, this FG-42, it's a powerful weapon. If y'all just want to kick some ass, I'm telling you, run this baby. Alright, let's get into this, guys. Alrighty, folks, jumping right into the main menu here. We've got public match, ranked play. Not really sure if you can play with friends in ranked play yet. You couldn't for the first month. Right now we're looking through the divisions. Divisions is probably one of the worst things to ever happen to Call of Duty since One-Man Army and Noob Tubes in Modern Warfare 2. Completely ruins the perk system, completely ruins balance, completely ruins creativity. It's just a bad deal overall. I don't think anyone will really disagree with me on this. I'm pretty sure everyone wants the pick 10 system back. Right now we're just looking at the clothes. They're all pretty generic. I mean, some of them look kind of cool. And, you know, they're World War II era clothing, so I don't have really anything bad to say about this. The clothing in Call of Duty World War II is just fine. The only thing I would have to say is that there's a hell of a lot of clothing, and you get a lot of it in supply drops, especially heroics, and you think you're going to get a weapon, and you're super hyped because you see that card that's all tatted up, you know, and then you get a goddamn costume that I really could give a crap about. Now, again, like we did with Black Ops 3, we're just looking through the vanilla weapons that came with the game, checking them out, seeing how many assault rifles there are in Call of Duty World War II compared to Black Ops 3. Same with subs, same with, you know, LMGs, shotguns, snipers, pistols, all that good stuff. Now, personally, and I'm sure many of you will agree, there's not very many usable guns in Call of Duty World War II. The thing I love about Black Ops 3 is that majority, if not all the guns, are very powerful, and you can be really good with any of them, to be honest with you. But in Call of Duty World War II, you really see a trend that only a few weapons are good, and the other weapons are complete garbage. One thing that Black Ops 3 did great was make their guns all powerful. Another Call of Duty studio that did this was Infinity Ward with Modern Warfare 2. All the guns in Modern Warfare 2 were pretty damn good. Same with the kill streaks, and that's going to be a trend we see later on in the video here. Here's the other thing that made Call of Duty World War II absolutely horrific. Basic trainings. See, here's the thing. Majority of these basic trainings are absolutely useless, and then the ones that are useful are so useful that you have to run it. For example, we're about to get to it, primed. An additional primary attachment, and you take less flinch when shot. This is hands down the most overpowered basic training there is. Anybody running anything other than primed just isn't playing the game correctly. Flinch is one of the biggest things in Call of Duty if you want to get the edge on your opponent and win the gunfight, and having an extra primary attachment is, you can never go wrong with that. So these basic trainings and these divisions have really narrowed down what you can run on your character and the customability, if that's even a word, for your own character. Now let's talk about the score streaks in Call of Duty World War II. The score streaks in Call of Duty World War II are absolutely atrocious. But you see a trend with that with almost every Call of Duty studio, besides Treyarch. And at the beginning of Infinity Ward, with Modern Warfare, the first one, and Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 3 I'm not sure on because I didn't play much of it. So we're just going through some of these clothing and stuff. The face characters, you know, we're looking at the hats. Now I don't know about you guys, but these damn hats, bro. These hats are absolutely atrocious. I mean, they look absolutely hideous. You look like one of those dudes off of Spaceballs, and they're making fun of the stormtroopers from Star Wars. I mean, so I understand that most of these hats are probably historically accurate, but I don't know, man. They're just not my cup of tea, and they're probably not your cup of tea either. There's a few hats in here, maybe one or two, that actually look kind of neat, but for the most part, the beta hat that we got, the beta helmet for playing the beta, is hands down the best looking helmet in the entire game. And we got that day one, if you played the beta. So, a little bit disappointing, and just more stuff that they shove in supply drops so we don't actually get what we want. Alrighty, moving along to the next thing. So one thing that I really like about Call of Duty World War II is the daily challenges, the weekly challenges, and the special challenge. I find that pretty neat. I dig it. I really like that you can get the supply drop weapons for free. You don't have to buy them like in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and that's one big factor from Call of Duty Black Ops 3 that really just puts it down, makes it kind of a crap game because, you know, there is no way to get the free supply drop weapons, you know what I'm saying? So, good on Call of Duty World War II. Right now, we're kind of checking out the headquarters. One thing I really wanted to talk about that I find extraordinary and very disturbing, to be completely honest with you, is how much salvage it takes, or whatever it is in this game. Pretty sure it's salvage. 4th prestige, 5th prestige, basically, and I still don't know what this is called. But look at this, folks. Look how much salvage this takes to get this one weapon, okay? We're talking about 25,000 salvage. Now, I've been playing this game quite a bit. I'm 5th prestige, and I don't think I've even came close to 25,000 salvage. If I added all the salvage together that I had previously before spending any of it, I still don't think I would have 25,000 salvage. Absolutely ridiculous and almost impossible to attain. Again, we're just looking at the challenges. I really do like this about Call of Duty World War II. I also really like how you can open up your supply drops and show everybody how much money you spent in headquarters. Kind of a bragging rights type of thing, you know what I'm saying? And here we go in, they have theater, right? I got all hyped when I saw this, hoping that there was theater mode, and no, there's not. Right here it says that the view paint jobs and stuff is coming soon. Well, it's said that for 3 months now. Hopefully it actually, you know, comes out before the game cycle ends in November when Call of Duty Black Ops 4 comes out. Let's get the hype, bro. Alright, 1v1 pit, no one can deny. It's pretty damn fun. It's an awesome addition to Call of Duty World War II and Call of Duty in general. I'm really hoping that Black Ops 4 has the same type of deal. Kind of a headquarters type deal. Got a 1v1 pit. I kind of dig these retro games. I'm going to be honest, I have more fun playing these retro games than I do Call of Duty World War II. But, you know, that's another story. Just kidding, that's the story I'm telling, folks. Here's the deal. The maps in Call of Duty World War II are absolutely terrible, and again, I honestly believe that the vast majority of people agree with me. I was actually just talking with my sister, someone that doesn't play Call of Duty at all. She played Call of Duty World War II with a friend of hers, and she literally was telling me about how bland the maps were in Call of Duty World War II. That there was nothing really special about them, and I completely agree. Now, we're going to be going into zombies, and I want you to reflect on the map that we saw from Black Ops 3, and I want you to look at this one. Now, here's the deal, folks. I understand that Call of Duty World War II are going for a different vibe in World War II zombies, and trust me, I've played the crap out of the zombies mode. I've made it to round 82 on the Final Reich, and I've made it to round 60 on their Darkest Shore. Trust me, I've had my fair share of game time on this map, and I've got to say, I was talking to a guy on my stream, and he was saying that, you know, they wanted the colors more dull to make it look realistic. But here's the deal. Guys, colors aren't this dull in real life. If you just look to your left and you look to your right now in your room or wherever you're sitting, I promise you the colors you see around you are more vibrant than the colors you see on this map. This map is not that bad. It's their first zombies map, boots on the ground anyway. They did do exo zombies, so they are seasoned zombie, you know, creators. It's not like it's the first time they've ever created zombies. This is a pretty solid map for the very first map in Call of Duty World War II, but the colors are so dull, and they could have definitely changed it. You know, people say it's for the mood and stuff like this, but I just don't buy it. It could be more vibrant and still have that creepy mood, absolutely. One thing I really love about Call of Duty World War II zombies, but also makes it very, very easy compared to Black Ops 3 zombies, are the mods. The fact that you can kind of have a specialist. They basically took specialists away from multiplayer and put it into zombies. I actually think that was a really good idea. The campaign in Call of Duty World War II undeniably is fantastic. We all knew it would be. I mean, it's based on real events, and real events are always better than fake events. So, campaign is solid. So guys, really it's up for you to decide. I'm gonna be putting a list up of things here pretty soon of all the pros and cons of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and Call of Duty World War II. And I'm telling you, there's way more cons for World War II than there is for Black Ops 3. Guys, I'm not saying that Call of Duty World War II is an awful game. I actually think it's pretty good. But there's a lot of things they could have done better. First off, the game itself is just lacking content. As you saw in Black Ops 3, you know, we had Free Run, we had Dead Ops Arcade 2, we had Zombie Campaign, we had the campaign. The other great thing about the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 campaigns is that they were actually co-op. You could play the campaign with other players. You would think the Call of Duty World War II's campaign would have co-op. That is literally the perfect setting for a co-op campaign. We saw that in Call of Duty World at War from Treyarch, but it seems like Treyarch has just always done it better. You know, when I started playing Call of Duty World War II for the first time, I honestly thought it was a great game. But then, I started to really bite deep into the crevices of this game, and I realized that this game is just a lackluster kind of garbage heap. It's not that great, the guns aren't that great, the maps are really not that great, and so far the DLC has been very disappointing. The Zombies map has zero significant changes to the other map. It's only based in a different setting. There's nothing really new, no new mystery box, no new camo for Pack-a-Punch. A pretty disappointing DLC, if I say so myself. Only came with 3 multiplayer maps, even though they're making more money than they ever have in Call of Duty history. You have to remember, folks, for every game that comes out, every single game that comes out that has supply drops, they only keep making money from those supply drops, even after that game cycle has ended. So right now, folks, they are making more money than they ever have, yet they're giving us less content in Call of Duty World War II. Now, some might say this is because the developers for Call of Duty World War II Sledgehammer are a smaller studio. But I have a counter-argument for that. Activision basically runs the show for Call of Duty. Let's be honest. Activision told, you know, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, and Infinity Ward that they were going to make boost-jumping games for 3 years in a row, and that's what they did. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 did it the best. Whether you like boost-jumping, whether you hate it, doesn't matter. Black Ops 3 had the best boost-jumping Call of Duty game, hands down, out of the 3-year cycle they did boost-jumping games. But this is the point I was getting to. Activision is a multi-billion-dollar company. They could easily hire more developers, a bigger team, for Sledgehammer Games. To say that Sledgehammer Games is a small studio is to say that Activision itself is a small studio, and that's just not true. That is 100% false, and Activision could easily pump money into Sledgehammer to make it a bigger developer, have more team members, and get more content in their game. I don't know about you guys, but Call of Duty World War II has significantly disappointed me. I didn't want it to. It's fun for what it is. It's fun to play every once in a while, but there's just not that replayability you get with Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, in my opinion, is hands down the best Call of Duty of all time. Maybe tied with Call of Duty Black Ops 2, but that's a I don't know, be a close tie. All right, guys. You know what? Whether you hate my opinion or whether you love it, doesn't matter to me because I love you. This has been Cave Ninjas, guys. You guys have a great day. Wake up happy. Live your dreams. And go get pissed at me in the comments. Let's go.